And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Armored Warfare. Alright, so, what are we doing? Well, today we're going to go through one of the main differences, or start to go through one of the main differences between World of Tanks and Armored Warfare. Armored Warfare takes place in the modern era, which means that the tanks and the classes of armored vehicles are very different. Alright? In World War II, you had the heavy, light, medium, tank destroyer, light tank, artillery. Alright? In modern warfare, you have the MBT, the main battle tank, which we're looking at one right now, the infantry fighting vehicle, the tank destroyer, and let's see, the light tank. All right. So, what are the artillery? That's my premium Avid VE, because I decided to support this game and went off and bought one of the big packs for it, which is why I have so many premium tanks and so much gold. So, let me do something else while I'm here too. Oh, okay, good. Nice little bonuses. So, what are the differences between these? Well, is my mouse off center again? Yes, it is. Okay. Not by a lot, but by enough that it's going to be irritating. Okay. So, what are the differences between these? Well, first of all, let's look at the MBT. All right. This is my M60A3. It is the MBT I'm working on right now. All right. It is an American Tier 5 main battle tank. It is I'll wait till you hear this. It is a derivative of the M60, which is a descendant of the M48, which is actually, these are called the patents, which are actually a descendant of the M26 Pershing. All right, so this tank's heritage goes all the way back to the end of World War II. Now, what is an MBT? Well, an MBT is kind of the combination of a heavy tank and a medium. It has the armor. Let's take a good long look at this. Let's actually pull up details here. All right, so armor. I have 193 millimeters of frontal hull armor. That's actually pretty decent, all right? And it's just standard steel, so it doesn't get any bonuses to anything. And 100 on the sides and 47 on the rear. That's not great. And this is sort of the tradition with modern main battle tanks. They are not as globally armored as heavy tanks were in World of Tanks. What they are is faster. I have a top speed of 48.6 kilometers per hour, which I don't think I've ever gotten. You might get there down a pretty steep hill. Let's put it this way. If you push this tank off a cliff, you'll probably get up to 48.6. Typically, I cap out at about 30 kilometers per hour. All right? And it has a pretty big gun. All right? It can penetrate 319 millimeters with its armor-piercing, fin-stabilized discarding sabot round. All right? That's pretty good there, 319. It's going to easily pen itself straight on. Even at an angle, it's probably going to be able to penetrate. All right. So, what's the difference here? Well, first of all, it's faster. It's more like a medium tank in its speed and agility. A slow medium, but a medium. But it has the frontal armor of a heavy and pretty decent damage dealing. This is standard for main battle tanks. This is how they exist. All right? Tank destroyers, like this LAV-300, are more like the turreted U.S. tank destroyers from World of Tanks. They're lightly armored. Let's take a good look at details again, and let's compare it to my M60. No, let's compare it to my Starship. This is a variant of the Starship is a previous version, M60A2, of the M60 main battle tank. One of its advantages is it can fire standard heat rounds, or it can fire a shillelagh guided missile, all right, out of its main gun. So, all right, let's take a look at this. 109 front, 292 front turret. So pretty heavy turret. Another one of those great United States hull-down tanks like the T-29. Let's compare that to the armor over here. 10, 10, and 8. Right. For comparison, let's look at my infantry fighting vehicle. Yeah. This Tier 3 IFV, with its armor-piercing, fin-stabilized, discarding sabot, can penetrate any surface at pretty much any, well, 60, yeah, it's still going to penetrate with just about anything you run it into. Even though this is catalloy steel, which gives it some nice modifiers, this thing's still going to pen anywhere on this LAV-3. Even with its APCI, what's its penetration? 17. So it's probably not going to get full damage, but it's probably still going to, yeah. All right. Yeah, it's still going to penetrate most of the time and deal a considerable amount of damage on this LAV-3. LAV-300. What is the 300's advantage, though? Well, let's take another look. Let's close this out, and let's pull that LAV-300 back up. This is also a tutorial on how to read these stats, by the way. Damage. A little bit less damage and worse penetration, but these are at the same tier, but bear with me. And the Starship has a beast of a gun. That's 152 millimeters versus a 90 millimeter. But look at its sustained damage numbers. 5517 damage per minute versus 2953. It's almost double the sustained damage per minute of the Starship. All right. For comparison, let's look at my M60A3. It does have over twice the damage of my M60A3. It doesn't have the penetration, but it has almost double the damage. And that's with this thing's heat round. All right. This can also mount a sabot that's going to have better penetration than that. All right. Well, downside. Well, upsides of this tank also, well, its defense is terrible, but we already covered that. You're comparing a tank destroyer to a main battle tank. Look at its mobility. 104 kilometers per hour. That's double what my M60 can do. And then look at these camouflage ratings. All right. 30.8% all around. Versus I can't hide if I tried. It actually has better view range as well. Targeting, gun depression, not as great. All right, you have a -7 on the front versus a -10. The upside is this thing actually has to elevate when it points its turret to the rear. This thing actually gets better elevation to the rear. Accuracy is the same, aim time is lower, and the turret traverses a heck of a lot faster. All right. So what is the purpose of the LAV? The purpose of the LAV and tank destroyers are to be snipers. They are to be hidden, hard to see, hard to find, and then pop out and shoot stuff. All right? Now, because I have a bonus right now, I'm going to take my premium LAV 150-90 into combat for you. And we're going to start a PvE mission. All right? This is one of the big differences between Armored Warfare and other games. In World of Tanks, you have player versus environment, PvE, which I like. I like PvE. PvE is fun. I'm using the wrong tank commander. I should have switched that. That's fine. We'll deal with it anyways. I actually prefer PvE. Now, I'm lower tier, along with Tanker's Girl. Tanker's Girl, excuse me. But that isn't a huge issue for me. I should still be able to pen. If I have to use my sabot, that's fine. I'll use sabot. Phalanx. Oh, okay. This is different. Okay, this is the northern quarter of the other map. All right, that's fine. So my job is going to be find a place to hide and hide. All right. Find a place to hide where I can overwatch and fire down on the enemy and stay there. Which means I'll be going left. Alright. Height is your advantage. You want to get up high, and you want to engage them from up there.
Load heat.
Now, for those who remember World of Tanks and hiding, you will remember that when you hide, you do lose, you know,
Stay alert.
visibility, or you when you fire. All right, so we got a contact. Let's back it up. I had a shot on him, but it just disappeared. Well, he's dead anyways. All right, so we're just going to have to push straight up, because otherwise we're not going to get into range in time. This thing's a wheeled tank destroyer, so it's a bit
Good hit.
finicky on the driving.
Identify.
Now, this is a premium TD. Yeah, he's going to be a bitch to shoot. Now, this thing is a wheeled tank destroyer, which means that it can be a bit finicky to drive. I'm spotted by someone, so let's back it up.
Nailed him. Took a hit.
Yeah, he shot at me, which is fine. I was expecting it. Now, the game's saying that I'm out of concealment.
Identify. Hostile tank.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on this guy, right? I'm going to activate E,
Good hit.
which lets me shoot without revealing myself. And I'm out now. I'm on 60-second cooldown for it. But what that let me do was it let me put a shot down range without the enemy being able to actually see me.
Intel suggests that supply vehicles containing weapons
And I'm spotted now,
for the
all right?
largest network are in the area. Neutralize them on route to the refinery.
Incoming, incoming.
All right, so now Artie's pounding my position,
Hostile tank. Load. Target hit.
which means I'm going to use my mobility to try and back out of here.
Load. Enemy destroyed.
Of course, the other way to do that is just blow them up. All right, so let's get on the other side. I'm going to use my consumable now to repair and rearm. So now I'm using my speed to my advantage to close it on this guy.
Those self-righteous bastards
Target
with
hit.
armed explosives. Black Company, take that refinery before it explodes.
Up. Load penetrated.
All right, so someone spotted me now.
Load heat.
So I'm going to try and be not where they can see me.
Up.
Of course, I say that, drive into the middle of the road
Load. Enemy destroyed.
to take a shot and keep driving.
Load heat. Target destroyed.
You do not want to be standing still for very long on this vehicle. Our AMX 10P is right now engaging a Leopard, which is fine. We have a BMP, which I don't...
Loader.
Good.
Penetrated.
That's the last truck.
Alright, so our
Up.
heavy armor engaged him.
Identify. Hostile tank.
I don't have a line on this guy, which is a pain.
Loader. Target down.
We have a target across the river. Now... Again, wheeled tank destroyers, not easy to drive, trust me.
Identify target. Hostile tank.
So we've located a target. Now I'm going to pull up on him. I've been spotted by someone.
Loader. Direct hit. Identify target. Hostile tank.
Oh, come on, Windows. Now is not the day for this. I'm trying to record back here. So I've been spotted. I don't know who I've been spotted by, but I've been spotted by someone. So I'm going to get danger close with these guys. I know I am. Our TD in the meantime is doing exactly what a TD is supposed to do.
Direct hit. Loader. Heat. Ammo up. We're hit. Threat destroyed. Loader. Heat.
So RTD there, and I did something weird. Our MBT was doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He was trying to keep their fire away from me while I tried to get a kill shot. That's his job. That's exactly what he's supposed to do. All right?
Identify. Hostile tank. Target hit.
He missed that shot, so I'll get the follow-up on it.
Ammo up.
Unless he blocks me. Which he did. Probably not intentional. probably just because he was there. So now I'm going to find a nice place to get some concealment. Find a bush and hide in it. That's your job here. I've been playing this a bit more aggressively than usual. Than I really should be, honestly. Which is why I took so much damage. But that's okay. That's okay. We have a target.
Load, no effect.
Did not pen,
Load
so we're
Sabo.
switching over to Sabo.
Load heat.
Scratch that. We are switching back to heat. Because we have a light tank who's decided to make his appearance here. We have many light tanks who decided to make their appearance here.
Loader, heat.
I missed that shot, so I'm going to back off a bit.
Identify. Target eliminated. Hostile PC.
I got the
Load,
kill
heat.
shot on him. Okay, so
Target hit.
let's get
Identify.
behind a bit of cover here.
Hostile tank. Up.
Gosh, there are a lot of these guys today.
Up. Nailed them.
I'm getting damage on, which is my job. All right.
Loader, good hit. Identify. Hostile PC. Direct hit. Loader, heat.
Now I got him in his,
Target destroyed. Target down.
so this is one of the advantages here.
Identify target. Hostile tank.
I don't really have a line on him, which is fine. When he comes up to here, I can engage him.
Loader, target eliminated.
Got him. All right, so now we have a light tank somewhere over here. Which, again, I don't have a line on. I can go hunting him, but this AMX-10 is probably going to get him. Yep, the AMX-10 got him. All right, good. Looks like they're just going to go for the cap, which is fine. I don't... Whatever. I don't need to kill every single enemy tank, you know? Oh, we lost one of our LAVs. The other LAV-90 we lost. Huh.
Load heat.
Missed that shot. I don't think any of us are going to get the kill on this guy before the match ends.
Enemy destroyed.
Never mind, I got it.
Target down.
There we go.
Great job, Black Company.
So as a
The
tank
refinery
destroyer,
is under
you're a
our
glass
control,
cannon.
and the
You have a
explosives
big
have been
gun, you
disabled.
have a lot of firepower, you can do a lot of damage really quickly, but don't take hits, alright? And one of the mistakes I made there was I engaged like a tank. I get away with it because this is PvE, 1. And 2, I got away with it because I had support, and I was being supported and supporting in the meantime. The reason I did that was because I got kill hungry. And that map doesn't offer a great position for sniping. There are some maps that offer beautiful sniping positions, both in PvP and PvE. This map does not. It's just not it, alright? So you can see we got about 8,392 credits there, experience there. Now I have premium time, a 3 times boost today, which I don't know why I have a 3 times boost. Then I got the shooter reward. Let's look at details. Or teams. So I came in 4 points behind our Artie. Okay. We'll go for that. 4 points behind the Artie and 2 points ahead of the other AMX. Our Type 69 came in pretty low, but that's fine. Alright, so let's look at the MBTs. Now, I have a times 3 boost right now. I already used it on my main, on my M60A3. I could drag the Starship out, but that's a pretty bad example of how MBTs drive. Let's look at upgrades. I have 11,000 unspent vehicle reputation, which is going to let me get my armor retrofit slot, which I'm going to unlock. And I'm going to unlock with 4,000. I could do fire suppression, which which sets me up for my AVVSG2. Or I could get my smoke grenades, which are useful because they allow you to back off and engage in engagement. Or I could wait and get the diesel engine. Yeah, we're gonna. Well, yeah. You know, I've never actually been set on fire in this tank, amazingly enough. What am I gonna get here? What am I gonna get? I don't know. I should just pick something, shouldn't I? You know, let's just do fire suppression. Well, do I, or do I want to wait and get the diesel? I don't know. It increases my... Yeah, we'll just wait and get the diesel. Which is a good excuse for you to take this to a match. One of the other differences here, and I'm just going to touch on this briefly, is you have retrofits in these tanks, which are kind of like modules from World of Warships, but they're actually useful. Oh, I don't have anything on this tank. Ha! Okay. Thermal sleeve or... Well, on my armor slot, I'm going to stick hull reinforcement, which is going to give me better HP. Ta-da! So that boosts my HP. And I'll probably play around with this, but I think I'm going to go with the thermal. Well... Alright, let's look at this for a minute. Let's boost the reload time. I'm usually a sucker for boosting my rate of fire. There we go. I'm usually a sucker for boosting my rate of fire, so let's take a look what that did. I was at, what, 7 point something earlier? 6.93, so that's about half a second off my reload time. That's not bad. That's not a bad decrease there. That's going to let me get in there a bit more and actually do a bit more in straight-up combat. Let me just check my ammunition. Let's go back to servicing. And I'll touch on this as well. So, I kind of already did with the different types of ammo. So let's just make sure my ammo is set up correctly. Make sure I'm looking at best available. Yes, okay. This HEP round, I could use it, but that's not really what I want to be using. Alright, so let's take this bad guy into another mission here. Hopefully I'll be top tier so I can show you. I already recorded this, actually, and then my game decided that... Windows decided to try and do my Windows 10 update to take me from 7 to 10. And, yeah, that was really annoying because it closed Fraps, and when Fraps closes mid-recording without being able to wrap the recording up, it corrupts the recording. So I lost in a 30-minute episode. I'm not better. Don't mind me. Just means I get to play more World of Tanks. Ah. If I was smart right now, I'd be taking this tank and doing a... I'd be taking one of my other tanks, but I don't have any other MBTs, really. Okay, so, yeah, this looks pretty good. Wow, we actually have 3. We have a Leopard, me, a T-72, we have Artie, and then we have a light tank. We do not actually have an IFV today. Cool. Oh, Ricochet. I think I actually played Ricochet the last time I recorded this. Huh. Well, that's new. Okay, I turned off lock frame rate while recording. That's nice. Okay. So you guys are going to see this at 30 frames because that's what I encode to. I'm actually playing at 60, and I think it's recording 60. I don't know. All right, 2 and 1.
Blue company's
roll
down.
Time.
Capturing the port is up to you now.
All right,
Black
so
company, stand by for new intel. Our airstrike team is
I'm
going
gonna
to
swing
destroy
south
cartel
here.
contraband. Intel suggests it's hidden amongst emergency relief supplies. See if you can find the contraband before everything is destroyed.
Direct hit.
now I just hit his turret. There we go. Well, our T-72 got him. I hit his turret, which is unmanned on that tank, so it doesn't do as much. Right, I'm getting spotted.
I'll
Hello.
take that one out.
Now, I don't think you can really hurt me,
Target eliminated.
but I killed you. Oh, hello. Notice how much damage to me he's doing. That's because he was bouncing most of his shots off my armor, because I had my front towards him. You'll notice that as soon as I detect an enemy, typically, I start to root my front towards them. Alright, so I have enemy tanks, and I'm going to have to actually be intelligent here.
Target hit.
Because I have 2 tanks, and I can't do what I typically like to do and just advance on one.
Ammo up.
Of course, my buddies could kill him for me. I don't know who it was who killed him, but... Oh, probably the Light Panzer. Is that what it called? A Big Light? I don't remember. I don't actually remember what the word looks like enough to pronounce it.
That looks like one of ours. Keep moving.
Big Light. A Big Light Panzer.
Identify.
Alright, so we got another MBT here. He has the solid thing. And he can pen me.
Target hit.
But I can pen him too. Now, I have to say, the AI is actually pretty competent. He's trying to angle his armor towards me. And that's pretty intelligent. And I'm actually going to just get in his face now.
Identify.
I'm shot on the move, and I'm going to just get in his face. The Glide Panzer
Target hit.
didn't kill him.
Incoming. Incoming. Right. Destroyed.
Alright, so we have a Glide Panzer. So I'm going to try and use one of these buildings to cover my left. Yeah.
Ammo up.
Enemy destroyed.
Identify.
So I was using that warehouse there to cover my left. Now I have another heavy MBT operating... Oh, shoot. Okay, so we're going to have to move forward.
Good hit.
Take a shot at that Sheridan. I think that other tank may have gotten destroyed, but I don't know. Well, we'll find out. If I start getting peppered at the rear end, I'll know why. So what I want to do always with this tank is I want to put my front armor, which is my heaviest armor, towards the enemy. Oh, that's a BMPT Terminator. I'll take a pass on engaging that thing, thank you. I'll take a big old pass on engaging that thing. Alright, the Glide Panzer got taken out. The reason I want to take a pass on engaging... I'm going to have to engage him. Shoot. Oh, I've been using Sabo this whole time. Huh. Why my damage is so low? Yep, alright. Let's reload with high explosive and call it a day, because this is now getting interesting. Yep, alright. We're getting interesting. The downside of being an MBT, however, is that it takes you a while to get anywhere. So I penned him, did some good damage. I can't believe I was using Sabo that whole time. That was a rookie move. And this is one of the worst environments ever conceived of for a heavy tank. It is congested. It is hard as hell to maneuver in here. And it's really hard to check your corners properly. It's just hard. You have a hard time doing it. I could move to engage these guys. Yeah, I'm going to move to engage these guys. I'd rather take the secondary objective, but...
Enemy destroyed.
Don't always trust the outline, because sometimes you can fire through objects the game doesn't think you can.
Up.
Alright, someone... should take that. I wonder if these guys are platooned. It almost looks like they are. Oh, we just lost our arty. Okay. That's not fun. Alright. Well, it looks like we're not getting the teamwork medal today.
Contraband. Good job. Mission complete. Good work.
Alright, so we just completed our secondary objective. Now let's trundle our way back, because I think we're going to have to end this game by capping. I didn't get that many kills. Probably not going to do that well in points. Partially because I was using my Sabo instead of my high explosive. Again, Sabo penetrates better. High explosive does more damage. This wasn't a great demonstration of what a heavy tank what an MBT should be doing, but I guess.
You're almost there. Helicopters are en route to support you.
Yep, alright, so he's just gonna go for a cap. That's fine. I don't care. So he's just gonna cap it. That's fine. Works for me. I was at least able to demonstrate this tank and what an MBT is capable of doing, which is bouncing shots and taking shots. Alright? So I didn't actually lose any health, or much health at least, in that match. I didn't get as stuck in.
It will take some time to sort through the contraband here, but you've done your part. Enjoy your payday.
I didn't get as stuck in as I would have liked to have, but I did deal some damage, take some hits, and have at least a couple seconds where I was going, well, I'm about to get flanked 3 ways to Sunday. Part of the issue is that T-72 has better alpha than I do, and I think there are a couple tanks in there that you could just pop in a single shot, you know. But getting high numbers of kills isn't everything. Doing damage is important too, you know. So, however you want to do it, you know. I know a lot of, it's one thing if you're an IFV with a chain gun to take the last, 10 hit points off of a tank. Actually, when my buddy and I run together, Battlemind Jason and I run together in Armored Warfare, he likes to run IFVs and light tanks with chain guns on them. So, as far as I'm concerned, hey, cool. Remember how I said that getting kills isn't everything? Team stats. I actually outpaced everyone else. Even though I didn't get as many kills as that T-72, I did more stuff than him. Why did I do more stuff than him? Enemy damage, 67. Kills was only 18. Assists was good. Spotted was good. Damage from spots is pretty good. Oh, because I got the secondary. Yep. Oh. I think everyone gets that. Yeah, so I think it was probably the damage that I dealt, and then enemy kills and enemy spotted as well, and damage from spots, which has a lot to do with it. Yep, I had the highest spotting total. I had almost the highest damage. So what that T-72 was doing was he was picking off targets that were already heavily damaged, so he wasn't doing as much damage to them. Whereas I was doing first shots on targets and really biting into them. And then I had, what's this? Kill assists. Yep, so assisted destroying was 6, which was the highest on the team. But my kills weren't that high. They were terrible, but they weren't that high. So let's look at our upgrades over here again. We now have 6,000, which means I can actually get this diesel engine. Hip hip huzzah. I can purchase and equip the stupid thing. Doesn't give me any increase in top speed, but it makes me a bit more zippy on my acceleration. And then I can go up to this 12-cylinder diesel next time. Touching on armor again, ammunition again really quickly. High explosive rounds are great if you can't penetrate even with your APF SDS. Even with your Sabo, if you can't penetrate, you can probably do some damage with high explosive plastic. High explosive plastic is a bit different from standard high explosive in that it has increased chance of spalling inside the tank to damage internal components, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. It's a pretty good round if you cannot pen. Some vehicles you don't have a choice. Yeah, but we'll get into more on that later. I'm not really encountering many tanks that have whatever it's called. that have explosive reactive armor like I do. I actually think I'm the first tank to get it. Anyways, so this has been Mr. Kassarian. I want to thank you guys for watching. It has been fun and enjoyable as always. Maybe in the next episode, I will give you a shot at showing you my an IFV. I don't really have a light tank. I mean, I do. I have the M41, but that's a tier 2, and we're not even going to talk about it. Because that would be silly. Anyways, oh, and you can see I completed my objective, and I got an intel boost bonus. Which is pretty sweet. Which will give me a... If you look at boosts over here. I'm right now running on 50% boost to everything. I don't know how I got that or why. But I have intel boost and intel boost. So that's 1 week credits and rep 25%. And then I have an intel boost. 2 of them. And then I have another 120 days of premium time laying around somewhere that I can use when I want to. Anyways, guys, this has been Mr. Kassarian. I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you found it informative. Next episode, I think we will take a look at the infantry fighting vehicle and see what that plays like. Alright, this has been Mr. Kassarian. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, good hunting.